What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Rep Talk podcast. In the last episode, we talked about a quit powerlifting, but let's shift our gears back to fantasy sports because we are in championship week right now as the Finnegans are taking on the number one seed, LeBron's dog poopy. And right now, it's been a consistent blowout for the Finland Finnegans because LeBron's dog poopy has only led just a few times, only once this whole series, and he's starting to cut the lead, but he had a
I
lot more
mean,
players playing last night.
he he's been a little bit injured, a little bit more injured than the Finnegans have been.
And
I
the
mean,
Finnegans,
Katie missed a whole week.
yeah, but still, the Finnegans have Shea, Tatum, Giddy out just yesterday.
Hey, I mean,
Scoot
I'm
has
not
been
here to
out
judge.
all
I'm not
around.
here to I'm not here to judge. I just call it as I see it.
I'm not here to judge, but the last two championships I won, the first two back to back, you were on my behind about
Hey,
how I
they were
was.
both flukes.
Yeah, flukes. Yeah, one of them I had like seven injuries and I had to pick up people to replace them. And hey, they're the best people to replace them because one of them won the Finals MVP that year. Trey Murphy, who was a rookie that year.
That was the fakest run I've seen in my life.
The 10-8 Finnegan's run, which actually
It's so fake.
was saved by the stack corrections, if you
Yeah, no,
remember
it actually
that.
it actually was saved by the sack corrections
Because I
because you had
remember
a
week
draw.
one, I was like, oh man, why couldn't it be a draw? Like with James,
Yeah,
I was like, oh man, I guess I won, but I wish it was a draw.
yeah, it's so rare
And
to get a draw.
yeah, I guess it helped me make the playoffs actually because if I went 9-8-1 that year, I would have missed the playoffs and missed the championship.
I'm
But I
saying.
was
I
the
mean,
two seed,
but let's be
so I
honest
won
here.
the
We could
West.
both agree. We could both agree. Southbury that year, he completely choked. He should have won. He should have won it all. He was the heavy favorite.
I
His
don't
team
even
blew
know
it.
about that. I mean, I think just the Finnegans were injured that whole year. That whole year we were injured. We started out 3-6. Kyrie was rambling his ass about anti-Semitism and anti-vaccine, was like suspended and was like they refused to let him play until he got that vaccine, which I don't even think he ended up getting the vaccine. I think
He
he just
didn't.
like held out
He just held on to the Nets cave. They're like, yeah, fine, you can play.
and the Nets caved and he went off. He was my best player by far, despite having like picking two people before him that just got injured for the whole season.
Yeah,
LaMelo Ball,
actually
I'm looking at
crazy.
you, the fourth pick of the draft,
Has
averaging
Lamelo
28 points a game in the place games he played, and then like played like a total of like 5 games
did
that
Lamelo Ball
season.
ever play a full season of fantasy? I don't think he has.
I don't think he has. I mean, LaMelo Ball is always that guy that you always like pick because he is going to be a consistent,
Yeah,
almost 50 points per game scorer.
he can get you fantasy points. It's just he can't stay on the court.
As he's like one of the few people on the players in the Charlotte Hornets that really like are elite.
It's basically just him now. And I mean, Brandon Miller's probably going to get there next year,
Miller
but
will probably get there last year, but it's really only him. I mean, Miles
yeah,
Bridges,
Mark Williams gets you like
he's
30.
a woman abuser. Miles Bridges
Yeah,
is.
we don't want Miles Bridges on our teams.
He's not even like elite. Like
He gets you like
I
35.
feel if he was on like the Thunder, he wouldn't even be that good.
I mean, he'd probably be like your second best player.
Nah, nah, nah. We traded, I think with the Thunder, we traded Trey Mann to them. He was like
Did
our
he?
guy who'd
Oh, I
always be
remember that
going back
actually.
and forth with the G League. And
I
all
remember
of a
that.
sudden, he gets traded to the Hornets and becomes one of their best scorers on the team.
Well, because he
And then
gets
he
to put
gets
in the
injured.
starting role. He gets put in the starting role because Lamelo Ball's hurt again.
It wasn't even, but even when he was healthy, he was able to like play consistent
Yeah,
minutes
do a
on the
bit,
Hornets
yeah.
team.
Well, yeah, but
And
the
he was able
Hornets are
to be
like
one of their top scorers.
the second worst roster in the whole league, behind
Yeah,
probably just the Wizards.
probably. So
And
it
the
makes you wonder about some of these Hornets players, though.
Yeah, actually, no, a lot of them are fake. Like I think like, the only ones that give you any fantasy value are like Mark Williams, Miles Bridges, and like Lamelo Ball, and then Brandon Miller as well now.
Yeah.
But even
But
then, like three of them are always injured. But anyways, go on.
I mean, let's just shift gears back to the fantasy championship, though. Well, let's cover fantasy players that we like this year too. But let's go back to the fantasy championship. I mean, Finnegan's up big all of this, all of the rounds. I mean, it's a 2 week fantasy championship. It's the
Yeah,
number three Finland Finnegans that went 16-2 in the season, second in the West. Then LeBron's dog shit that went 16-2 and was first in the West and first in the overall.
Yeah,
both teams, I mean, are pretty like they stack well against each other, but the Finnegans just
both
have
good
like
teams.
superstar star power. I mean, you do have Katie injured for LeBron's dogship, but and LaMelo Ball, but then again,
Yep.
Joel Embiid
Yeah.
got injured for the Finnegans right before the playoffs, so there's no excuses with LaMelo Ball.
Hey, to be
And
fair, y'all both traded for those guys. See, that's both on you guys for making those trades.
yeah, but still, I mean, the Finland Finnegans have been taking care of business in this championship round, which was supposed to be close.
I mean,
It was
I
a
will give
even.
I will give it to you. Out of all of your championships, this is the least fluky run I've ever seen from you.
I don't know. I mean, the 2018 run was like, I mean, the 2023 run.
2022, 2023. Oh, the one against Southbury, second one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, my team was probably the most injured out of everyone. It's just I picked up the
No,
right
okay. Have you seen
guys.
my team?
All my
My
guys got all my other star players who were injured, like DeMar DeRozan and Brandon Ingram, came back.
on my team that year, my top scorer in the first round was DeLon Wright.
Yeah, but my top scorer in the championship round was Trey Murphy, who was a rookie.
DeLon
Tyus
Wright,
Jones
it's
was
like
my
a
third best scorer.
DeLon Wright is like a journeyman.
Tyus Jones was a journeyman at that time, and then he got rookie. Like I'm pretty sure was Trey Murphy undrafted. Let me check that up.
Yeah, he might be undrafted or like late first round maybe.
Draft. Let's see when he was drafted. Oh, 17th overall. I honestly didn't know
Damn,
that.
damn. Okay, I see you. I
We
see you,
actually
Trey Murphy.
saw him. We actually saw him get drafted, actually,
Yeah, we did get to
when we
see
were
him
in the
get drafted in
Barclays Center.
person.
I also got to saw my guy Aaron Wiggins get drafted on the green screen on the floor.
I got to see Chris Duarte get drafted for
Yeah.
my Pacers.
Well, and Josh Giddey also got drafted with the sixth pick. I mean,
I mean,
but
you
look
got
at
to put
him
that clip.
now.
You can put that clip of you reacting to Josh Giddey get drafted.
I could put that in right now, honestly.
He
I'll
was
put that in
very
right now,
excited.
and let's see. Yeah,
In the
pretty excited, right?
2021
Yeah,
NBA
Aiden was really
Draft,
excited for that pick.
the
That
Oklahoma
was a
City
great
Thunder
draft.
select
However,
Josh Giddey.
I'm not going to lie, the Finnegans are really benefiting from Josh Giddey's presence. I mean,
I mean,
he is the second best scorer right now for the Finnegans.
it's just the Bulls are so bad. They're just letting Giddey do whatever he wants. It's like a repeat of his rookie year, but he's just better now.
Yeah, but the Bulls are actually winning, though. That's the thing that's like crazy.
Yeah, him and Kobe White
They're
just turned
actually
up.
winning. They're actually winning.
Yeah,
Giddey
it's
is
actually
actually like, I think he deserves that max come the off season.
I mean, they're going back to the Chicago Bulls Invitational play-in tournament, so
I think they could. I mean, if they win in. I think they could potentially make a
they
run
end
with
up
the
staying.
Cavs. I think it could be a 6 game series. I
They
think they
they
will
they could
lose.
take a game or two off the Cavs.
I
I don't
think
think they're
they
taking
will
a game off
take
the
two
Celtics.
games off the Cavs. I mean, maybe they win. I mean, the Bulls have been pretty hot. That's the thing.
I don't see them beating the Cavs at all, but I can see them taking a game or two off. I don't think they're going to take a game off the Celtics though if they get the Celtics.
I mean, just remember when the Hawks beat the Sixers, though. Remember when
I do remember
I
that,
literally
but
called that. I called it. I was like, I think Trey Young's gonna be way too much. There's no one that could guard Trey Young on the Sixers, and we all
well,
saw what
it
Trey
wasn't
Young
even
did to the
about
Sixers.
guarding Trey Young. It was about Ben Simmons just shooting free throws and not passing up open
Yeah, but
layups.
Trey Young went off that
No, he
series.
did go off. He did go off. I actually respected that pick from you, but
Like no one could do it. I'm like, I even said Hawks in six, and I'm
well,
pretty
that
sure
was
that was
back.
the result.
That was back when Ben Simmons was like a defensive player of the year candidate. Joel Embiid should have was arguably the MVP that year. He like barely lost it to Jokic. The one seed in the East. Everyone's like, okay, yeah, Trey Young's not going to do anything. It's just going to be Sixers Bucks or Sixers Nets conference finals. But they ended up taking out the Sixers, so that was good on them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, I mean, other scores for the Finland Finnegans though. Rudy Gobert, 185, which he started out very hot, but now he's starting to cool
Yeah,
down.
cool down a bit.
Then Adam Bona, which is a masterful pick by the Finnegans because he saw I saw the jersey swap between Grady Dick and was it Mamadou Gay or whatever?
No. It was Anthony Black. It was Anthony
No,
Black. I
no,
thought.
no, not Grady Dick. Bona, Adam
Oh,
Bona, and
Bona.
Mahamadou Gay.
Oh
So
yeah,
like G
we
U
got
E Y E. So
yeah.
like they did a jersey swap. You could kind of put that together.
Yeah.
Bona and Gay. But and yeah, I saw that. I'm like, I see a lot of potential in this kid. Picked him up. He did pretty good for me, but he got injured, so I dropped him. But I picked him up just in time for the championship round, and he's been doing pretty good for me. I mean, he started off much hotter than he is right now, but his lowest point total right now is 28, which is pretty good for a player like this. But he
Yeah,
scored
no, not bad at
this,
all.
yeah, this round 31, 58, 25. Well, 25 is his least, but
Yeah.
34 and 28. I mean, he's been consistent for me this
He's
round,
been on
but
a run.
I also picked him up in the last round, which we'll get to when the Finland Finnegans avenged their one of their one of their couple season losses to the Abdel Nader fan club in blowout fashion, and it was
I
because of
mean,
guys like Adam Bona.
Fan Club might be the most disappointing run of the whole playoffs, right? I mean, he struggled in a series against the Bombers, who were the 7th seed and had the lowest point total of the entire playoffs.
Yeah.
Then they get blown out by the Finnegans second round when they were the 2nd seed.
Yeah, and people were expecting the Finnegans to win that one and avenge their loss, but no one expected to the like out like extreme that
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
Finnegans
thought
blew
it'd
them
be a
out in.
close. I thought it'd come down to the last day or two, and then it'd come out to whoever has a better final 2 days. But it didn't even come to that.
Because I mean that Nader fan club, even though he had a lot of days where he had more players playing, I mean, he just didn't outscore me, and he only outscored me once in
Yeah,
all of the days. And it
I mean,
wasn't even
yeah, it was
by that much.
just terrible. I mean, I think Butt Pirates would have been a better matchup for you. I think. I mean, I think it was just the worst possible matchup for
However,
you.
I mean but that round, the Finnegans, last round, the Finnegans went off. They
Oh
scored
yeah.
29-68, and the next scorer was Amir, LeBron's dog shit, which was 25-57.
Hmm.
And then the Butt Pirates were 24-93. So the Finnegans like
Yeah,
outscored
Finnegan's went
everyone by
off.
400 plus.
Yeah, no, they did go off. I got to
But
give them that. I got to tip my hat.
let's go back to our playoff predictions. I remember I actually got the whole playoff bracket right, actually. I predicted
Did
the
you?
Finnegans to beat the Scotties Hotties, the fan
Mhm.
club to beat Bombers, LeBron's dog shit to beat Southbury, and then the Butt Pirates to beat Lehenny, and then obviously LeBron's dog shit to beat Butt Pirates, and I beat the
Mhm.
fan club, and then I beat Amir in the championship. Let's see if that happens, which it's more likely than not that's going to happen. I'm currently
Yeah.
blowing him out.
I mean, out of all of all of our playoffs, this probably has to be like the most like not easily predictable, but like least amount of upsets, right? I mean, the two best teams throughout the whole year make the finals.
Yeah, pretty much the consistent two best teams throughout the whole year made the finals, and the final four was
Yeah.
just where I would in my elite eights that I would make in this league. I'd
Mhm.
always say the top four of the Butt Pirates fan club, LeBron's dog shit, and Finnegan's are just light years ahead of everyone else. And there's no other teams that could really
I mean,
touch them, and
yeah,
that
that's
was
what happens
proven
when
in the
you do a
first round.
16. That's what happens when you do a 16-man league.
Yeah, yeah, the top four teams at just being the outright best teams in the league.
I
That
mean, yeah,
can't be disputed.
the only two teams with like any upset potential were like Bombers and Southbury, and it was like such an
Yep.
outside chance of like you need to get a good day. Like
It
I
was just
upset
such an
the
outside chance. They needed all their stars to align every on the
yeah,
days.
and I mean I upset the Bombers upset the LDS on the final day of the season, final week of the season, and we thought they'd be hot going to the playoffs, but they ended up flaming out.
Yeah. I mean, Southbury also like he was under 500 and made the playoffs.
Yeah, under 500 made the playoffs. I mean, he had a decent squad going into the playoffs, but he kind of sold his soul to win one matchup. So he
To
sold
win one matchup, he sold his soul.
yeah, and he ended up making his roster way worse going into the playoffs. But to be fair, I don't think he makes the playoffs without those trades. So
Well, even I don't even know because like
does he win that matchup without that trade? He might have actually.
he won that matchup without that trade. Well, no, he lost that matchup without that trade. Regardless, he was going to lose
Yeah.
regardless. And
Mm. And he made the trade
yeah,
anyways. Yeah.
he made the trade anyways. I mean, he still made the playoffs, but he would have a much
Yeah.
better roster. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't suffice the 320 point loss to LeBron's dog shit in the first round, but still, I
Yeah.
mean, he would have had a better team. He would have had Kobe
Yeah.
White,
Would have had a nicer chance, you know. I mean,
and
he
it
would have
just
he still outscored fan club even though he didn't face him. But that's a big feat for him.
yeah. He also outscored the Finnegans, but by 2 points, and the Finnegans weren't really on top of their team because of their first round opponent being the Scotties Hotties, who he
Yeah, who
still
made
beat by 260 points.
and their top scorer that round being Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
see
just
what
not
the
great for them.
who was the top scorer for. Yeah, so it was Shea and Tatum. Shea went off that round.
You had Russ and Duran doing well.
Yep. Rustin Duran also did well.
I mean, just
But
all around like great effort from your whole team. Like Yabu was great for you. I mean, he was a Bombers legend. Had to drop him
but let's
because of
just
the
talk
nickname.
about the second round matchup when the Finnegans blew out the Abdel Nader fan club. I mean, you predicted yourself to beat the fan club. I remember your
I had the
predictions.
chance. I had the chance. It's just my
You had the
team
chance,
underperformed.
but yeah, they faltered. But yeah, you predicted the fan club, you and the Scotties Hotties to be in the semifinals matchup,
Okay,
which
yeah.
I don't
I
know how
remember that.
smart of a decision that was to pick the Scotties Hotties over the Finland Finnegans, but
I mean, I always got to bet. I always got to bet against the Finnegans. I always got to bet against
always
the
got to bet
Finnegans.
against the Finnegans. I
Of
think you had the Bud Pirates and the Amir, and then you and Amir in the championship, and you predicted yourself to win the championship.
course, I always got to bet on the Bombers.
Yeah. Let's, but looking at like the top scorer for the Finnegans in round two, it wasn't really like a flashy top scorer. It wasn't even like a
Yeah,
really top scorer performance, but it was Mikal Bridges
yeah.
with 321. I mean, I've done later fan clubs was Kat and Josh Hart, who both scored 343 and 342, and Mikal Bridges scored 321. But after
Just
that, there's a huge, huge drop off in the fan club scoring. I mean, Christian Braun 174, 172 for Schroeder, 164 for Dante DiVincenzo, and the list goes on, just like in the hundreds. And meanwhile,
yeah.
the like Finnegans like next like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. The next nine people would be their third best scorer in the fan club.
Damn. I mean, yeah, it's just all around team effort from the Finnegans. I mean, that's just that was really what separated the Finnegans from the other top teams. That their whole like fourth through eighth best players can outscore anyone other teams like second through eighth best player.
No, yeah, that's how it is though. I mean, and the fact that they have Shea and Tatum. I mean, Tatum wasn't really in much that round with the Finnegans. Shea was hurt a little, which oh crap, I almost dropped Josh Giddey. That would have been a
Imagine,
colossal blow to the
imagine.
Finnegans as right now he's the second best scorer on the Finnegans right now. I mean, Tatum has
Yeah,
been hurt, but yeah. Mikal
I
Bridges, though,
mean,
this round has really cooled off, though. I mean, he's a top scorer last round, but this round, not quite. And it looks to me that, like, with this in the championship round, we're in a pivotal day where the Finnegans have six players playing, and the Amir has four, and three of those players of Amir's are free agents.
I mean, it just looks like the LDS is gonna falter here. I mean, they only have one acquisition left for the next 3 days, or yeah, next 3 days. He has less people playing today. Tomorrow, about the similar amount of players playing.
Yeah, it's just like Friday. I mean, like, yeah, use your massive acquisition because
Yeah, he's got to use it today. Every other day,
it's
everyone
like
plays.
every other day everyone plays. But
So yeah, he has to use it today, and he has to just hope that your team just gets
but
destroyed
who is he
today.
gonna? Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean, he has to hope
But
that my team doesn't absolutely destroy him because all of his guys are free agents besides Anyeka Okungbo.
yeah, no, actually, I'm looking.
And
He's playing Antonio Reeves.
the players that the Finnegans are playing, besides Kevin Porter Jr., are not free agent.
Like all
They're
right
role
players, yeah.
player. They're pretty good players. I mean,
I mean,
Gobert
yeah,
has
Gobert could
been
do some new
he was on a
damage.
tear. He was on a tear at the start of the matchup. He scored 72
Yeah.
one day and 54. I mean, but he did have one of his free agents, Kyle Filipkowski, who I don't know pretty well, but like I actually played in a summer camp with him on the same team as him.
Yeah.
I could put the picture up right here. But yeah, I mean, me and him go way back, but he decided to drop 70 plus points on my head in yesterday's matchup, which is
Yeah.
the reason why LDS prevailed in yesterday. But
Yeah.
he's lucky
And
that Shea, Tatum, Jabari Smith, and Scoot were all out for that day because
mhm.
and he had just a whole lot more people playing regardless. Like two
I
more
mean,
people playing.
regardless of yesterday, I mean, yeah, it just looks like it's going to be an insurmountable task for LDS to come
He's
back from
gonna have
this.
to hope his free agents outscore Mikal Bridges, Jalen Duran, Rudy Gobert, Kyle Kuzma, and the newly added addition, Bobby Portis, who
Bobby
Southbury
Porter.
traded for, and then he got suspended, and no one realized that he was going to be coming back this season. But I guess he came back like the other day, and I was like, wait, what? He's back. So I just like picked him up.
Yeah,
Sam?
I think all yeah, hello?
Yeah, I think you're good now.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say all LES could really hope for now is like on the last day if like your entire roster gets sat and his
Yeah,
doesn't. But like I mean he's like obviously like, Kawhi's probably gonna get sat in the final day. Like
I think
so like,
people,
a lot of his
I don't
players are
know.
gonna
I
get
mean,
sat.
with Shea, it's like, I think Shea might not get sat just for the sole purpose that he wants to play as much games as he can for an MVP case, which, I mean,
Mm.
he has that locked up, though. He's
Nah, he
minus
don't got it locked
3,000.
up. I mean I'm
Oh,
still
no,
willing to
he's
put the money
minus
on it.
7,000. He's minus 7,000 to win
All right,
MVP
want to put
after.
money on it now? $5 each?
Dude, that'd be just robbery. I would
Of
like be
course.
robbing you.
Of course. But yeah,
But
I mean Shea
people,
might I mean Shea's only playing who they play the Pelicans and who else? It's like the Jazz, right?
oh,
So
that
like, they
is
might
true. The
sit him.
Pelicans, they might. Well,
And they're both away games.
I know for a fact that he's going to play one of the games. I know that. He didn't
He'll
play
probably
yesterday.
play. He'll probably play Utah tomorrow and then
But I
sit
doubt
out
they're going to sit
Sunday.
Shea for the rest of the season. I mean, that's like, I just
Yeah.
like put a little rock on his MVP case.
I can
I
see
just
them
think just be
sitting him
sitting him.
Sunday. I can see him
I
sitting
can
him
see him
Sunday.
sitting him Sunday, but I think he will play his final game of the season, especially,
Yeah.
or maybe even, yeah, I mean, because people probably in Utah are buying tickets in bulk to watch this glorious
I
man play.
don't think anyone wants to watch him play, to be honest.
I mean, I also think that like people on the Finnegans that might not get sit would probably be like Bobby Portis because he's literally hasn't
Yeah,
played
they're gonna.
since like February, I'm pretty sure.
They could also sit Tatum because Tatum plays the Hornets on Sunday. But both days actually he plays the Hornets,
Yeah. I mean,
so
he
they might
hasn't,
sit him.
yeah, I think Tatum would probably, he'd probably be sat for
Yeah,
one
at
of the
least one of them.
games.
And then they'll probably play. I mean, Giddy's probably gonna play because they need play-in position. Rudy
No,
will probably
Giddy definitely,
play.
they want to get the best playing position possible. I
Rudy
mean,
will
they're
definitely
fighting
play.
for an 8 and 9 seed right now. And the
Yeah, if
difference
they get
between
the
an
eight
eight
seed,
and
it's
nine seed
huge.
is
It's
if
huge.
8 seed would be huge for the Bulls as if they win their game, they're automatically into the play-in. But if they
Yeah,
lose, they could still fight another game. But if they're a 9 or
yeah,
10 seed, they could just they lose and they're out. And if they win, they have to still play another game, then play another playoff series after that. So
yeah. They
it's a
they get
big
nice little
difference.
buffer room. Yeah, I think Rudy would definitely play because they need playoff position.
Yeah, they definitely want to keep their 8 seed locked up. They don't want to fall
Yeah,
to the 9.
I think Michael will probably play because I think they technically could lose the 3 seed if they like lose out. I'm pretty sure. I think the Pacers could take the 3 seed if we win out and the Knicks lose out, so they'll probably play Bridges. But other than that, it's just going to come down to coaching decisions, I think.
And I guess the Nuggets, I don't know about Russ. I mean, let's see, NBA standings. I know the Lakers are creeping up on them. I mean, but let's
Yeah.
just talk about that Like, imagine if Jokic was 18 games in front of Embiid during that Embiid MVP. Oh my God. Would
I
Jokic
mean,
fans would be making a stink about that?
all I'm saying is, Jokic already won it as a 6 seed. He could win it again as a 4 or 3 seed.
I don't see it happening with the Thunder. I really don't see it happening.
I
I think the
can't. I mean,
Thunder has it.
Jokic is averaging a 40-point triple double
I
in the month
know
of
for a
April.
fact that the East is going to be owned by the Celtics and the West is going to be owned by the Thunder.
Nah,
That's
no,
like those are just the two top teams. I mean, no team comes close to the Thunder in a 7 game series in the playoffs.
Jokic is averaging a 40-point triple double in the month of April. He definitely could take that.
Shea has been averaging an MJ season for the past 3 seasons, and this season being his best.
Nah, but we don't in the 90s though, so we don't care about MJ.
But like no other player statistically has averaged that amount that Shea has.
I mean, no player statistically average what Jokic is averaging,
Russ.
but he's averaging more rebounds than Russ and way
Oh
more
wow,
efficient.
more.
Like 10 times more efficient.
Yeah, but like he's a center. He could freaking like yeah. Oh, I get
All
rebound.
right.
I put ball. I'm 7 foot
What
tall.
about
I can just
threes?
put ball back in.
What about threes?
Russ can't shoot threes. Everyone knows that.
But I mean,
Russ is a six
Jokic
foot
is a
three
center.
guard.
Jokic is a center,
Russ is a 6'3" guard.
so he should be shooting better on three.
No, he just is not a 3-point shooter.
Of course not, but Jokic is the center. He shouldn't be a 3-point shooter.
Russ had players who, honestly, in today's time, would be in the G League as his
The
team, and
best
he
the
carried them to a six seed.
the best player Jokic has ever played with is Jamal Murray.
Well, 2016 season, it was like what Victor Oladipo, and he was like what? He wasn't really
He
like
was young, he was
that
young
good. He
breakout
didn't pan
star.
out that good.
He was like a
He
former like second or third overall pick, I'm pretty sure.
he was a former second overall pick, but he was a kind of like a bust. No, he was a disappointment. But then he turned good in the Pacers when we traded him. But
You have Steven Adams.
we had Steven Adams, Serge
Roberson.
Ibaka. Well, no,
Roberson's the least.
not Ibaka.
Yeah, you
Ibaka
traded
was off the
Ibaka for
team.
you traded
Oladipo.
Ibaka for Oladipo, yeah. Sabonis.
Well, like Derek Fisher, like
Was Derek Fisher on the team at that point?
was he? I
I don't even
remember
know.
him. I'm
Fisher's
pretty
old.
sure. Then we had who else? Let's see the 2016 roster. I know it'll all come back to me once I see it. I know Todd
You
Gibson
had,
still on that team?
maybe. You had Roberson. You had did you have Jeremy Grant at that point?
Oh yeah, we had Taj Gibson. We had Ennis Freedom. We had the Stash
Oh,
Bros, but
the
none
Stats
of these
Bros.
people. I mean, Jeremy Grant was not really the best at that time.
Yeah, he was like a rookie or something at that point. Maybe.
Campaign, which Thunder legend.
Yeah. Thunder
Norris
Legend
Cole.
campaign. No, you mean Norris Cole was in the league in 2017?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
even
Nick
know that.
Collison
All I remember on Norris Cole is like the
and
Miami Heat
Roberson.
days. Yeah, Roberson, elite defender in his prime.
He was an elite defender, but he like
Yeah.
legit
He
like
could,
didn't play 2 seasons in a row for the Thunder, just like
yeah.
Abrinas. Abrinas was probably our best 3-point shooter like ever, like in
Mhm.
Thunder history up until that point, because
And
we
just
never had 3-point shooters at all besides like KD
KD,
could shoot it, but
like Harden for a little bit for like a year.
yeah, but he wasn't really the best 3-point shooter at that time.
Yeah, at
But,
that point he wasn't an elite 3-point shooter. Yeah,
but either way, I mean, Abrinas,
yeah,
like he
and he
just
just gets
decided to
sat.
like he like legit like he just like didn't play, and then it came out that he moved back to Madrid, Spain.
Bro said, "I hate Oklahoma. I'm going home."
Like he just moved back, and we're like, what? I was like, after all this time, I'm waiting for Abrinas to come back, and I'm seeing rumors that he might come back for a playoff run. I just see, oh yeah, he moved back to Spain. I'm like, wait, what? Is that even like possible?
That's actually so funny. He just decided to leave. He saw Oklahoma and said, "I need to go home."
And then Roberson just did not play for. I think it was not until the bubble he didn't play. Maybe if I'm
Yeah,
not, I don't know.
all I remember is that in the bubble there was like a whole like news thing about how Chris Paul was gonna make him start shooting threes.
No, I mean, I was like, oh, we have Roberson back, but he really wasn't the same.
I mean, by that point you had Lou Dort as
But
well. So
actually, but
like,
Roberson, yeah, and Lou Dort was honestly a much better defender than Andre Roberson. I mean, he was a really good defender, Roberson.
yeah,
But we paid him a
Roberson was
lot of
all
money at the
defense.
time. But here's the thing,
Yeah,
we paid Roberson a lot of money at that
you
time
did give him
for
a
just
lot to
like
do
it was like
nothing.
what a 4-year, $40 million deal. It's like 10 million a year to like just play defense. Like he was a one-dimensional player. He could not shoot the ball.
I
He
mean,
could not
yeah.
score.
I mean,
I mean,
at
in
the
the bubble,
time,
we saw some flashes actually.
and then he
We
just
saw
never
like
played
him make a
again.
few threes, and then he just really barely played. I mean, he wasn't really that good either.
I mean, when he got paid, it was during a time where like you can get away with having like, a player who was like a zero on offense. Now you can't have a player that's zero on offense.
You can't. I mean, because that's the epitome of zero on offense. I mean, he's only
Yeah,
defense, Andre Roberson. And then after his injury and after not playing for a couple seasons, pretty much,
he
he
just
comes
comes in.
back and just,
He made a couple threes and then never played again.
yeah, pretty much. And we're like,
I mean,
wow,
look
he
at
can
the
make.
Lakers with Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, he's as close to a zero as you can get on offense, and they can barely play him. But he's probably their best defender right now after AD left. But they can't play him full games in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, but like, let's go back to our predictions. So it looks like I predicted everything right, but that was the most predictable season. I mean, I think like before that, like before even the playoffs started, we even know the bracket, I think
It's pretty predictable.
it was a consensus that LDS versus Finnegan's probably will be the championship round.
It was like Finnegan's would have to deal with fan club. Like if they could be fan club, they'll be in the finals versus LDS.
Yeah. I mean, then the Bud Pirates got that trade from
Yeah,
Southbury.
they played Finnegan. They played LDS close. They did play them close.
They played him close just because of that Southbury trade. I mean, without that
Yeah.
Southbury trade,
Yeah.
the Butt Pirates are just they're not
Yeah.
there.
I mean, also he made that Giannis trade with Hero Ball for who did he
That
get?
is true.
He got Trey Murphy, I think, or something.
Yeah, Haribo got like what, Trey Murphy out for the season, right?
Yeah, or it was something like
And
that.
who
He ended up trading
else?
away Giannis. I have to pull up this trade real quick because I know he made that Giannis trade. Let
Yeah.
me see
See.
this. It was Giannis for Trey Murphy, Paolo, and Malik Beasley. It was a great trade for Bud Pirates, even with Trey Murphy out.
Oh, I know.
I mean, if Trey Murphy was still in there, he probably beats the LDS.
Yeah. Then again, Trey Murphy was just injured though.
Yeah, he just got hurt, so he couldn't beat him. But I mean, he brought him to the last day. He did bring it to the last day.
He did. But Giannis has been going off. I mean, no one expected the Finnegans colossal second round, and now it's just like this could be the seal onto the championship because if the Finnegans, what they most likely will, win big tonight, unless LDS's team decides to go off all single one of the free agents he has playing.
Yeah,
Finnegan should take care of business tonight. Probably win by at least 100 plus. Should be
yeah.
more, but
I mean,
100 plus is
it should be a classic blowout.
yeah. Then it's just all up to Friday and Sunday, which the only way that even happens is if LDS players all play and then Finnegans don't.
Yeah, pulls like a James up from like 2022 or something, or 2021,
20, what, 2021? Yeah.
where like, goes to the last day of the finals, like almost a tie game. I think he was just barely below, and then his entire roster got set the final day. And
Yeah,
then
against
I think,
Ryan.
yeah,
But that was a
yeah,
league.
then
That was times where no one
yeah, no
really
one was trying.
no one was trying. I mean, I picked Dwight Howard with my first pick, and I was like 0-8 at
Yeah,
the start.
I think I started off like 0 and 5. I had like
And then
Giannis
I
and
went
like
6 and
Zion.
10.
Yeah,
But
like
I picked Dwight Howard as my first overall pick.
I mean, yeah, just terrible.
Yeah, but then I locked in the next season and won it all
I mean, oh look at this
against James.
in the OG league, you're in the finals right now against James.
What the fuck?
You're up by 17.
What?
Classic finals.
My
The auto
team is,
drafted league.
oh my gosh, Brunson, Booker, OG, Mobley, Dame. What is this team?
Dude, I got like Wemby on my team. That's actually too funny.
Yeah, what? I mean, I guess James might win his first ever championship.
Yeah, James's first ever championship finally. James second place. Hey, I think you should sit out your whole roster, give him the win.
That's a lot of work to do, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm gonna go into my other league though, Kim Jong-un,
The farm
the
league.
the farm league, Hunters Hoopers. Blowout, a classic blowout is happening right now. And honestly, I only make matchup acquisitions when Hunter does. That's like, oh, I probably should do that. And yeah, I mean, I haven't really been paying attention much to this league. Let's see.
So like it's a G League, you know?
Yeah. And Brunson was literally out until like the other day, and he scored like 25 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, 23, then 48. But
And
yeah, what's
the Finnegan's G League team is looking to give him 2 championships.
yep. Give him 2 championships, meaning
Yeah.
2 competitive leagues too, because this one's pretty competitive as well. I mean,
Yeah.
Hunter always tells everyone to check their lineups, especially against me. I mean, I lost to a 3-win team that season, a 4 and
Damn.
16 team, just because Hunter told them to check their team every single day, and Luca scored like 120 the last day.
Oh my God. No,
I
that's too
lost by
funny.
like 4 because I didn't really check it.
I mean, I'm gonna call it right now in our league. 2026 Bronx Bombers champions.
2026 Bombers champions. I mean, are they going to really defeat the reign of the Finnegans?
Yeah, I mean, we did it once before.
I mean, I mean, they did do it once before, but I mean,
Only
how
team
about
to ever
this?
beat you in the
What
playoffs,
about
by the way.
what about our regular season matchup this
Regular
year?
season doesn't
The
matter.
one point, the
It
one
should have been a
point
draw.
victory.
It came out to I was up, and then it updated. It was a draw, and then it updated again, and I lost.
And I won by one. Yeah.
Like
I'm like,
what? Like
okay, draw is good, and then like boom, I'm like, let's go.
dude, I
The
saw it was
one
up.
point win.
I saw it was up. I'm like, I saw it was up, and like everyone was done playing. I'm like, oh, bet I won. Let's go. And then like I checked it. I think like fan club or something said like damn in the chat. I looked back and I was like tied, and then I looked again and I was down.
I'm like, yeah, the stack corrections really came in clutch for me then. I mean, I was
Crazy.
even saying like, yo, he had another like turnover or block, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was so stupid. It was Yabu had like a terrible game. I remember because if Yabu just had like his average game, I would have won.
Yeah.
But he played terrible that day. I think he got like 10 points or something.
Yeah, and that made the Finnegans have their best record of all time, 16-2. Still no
Damn.
President's Trophy though. I mean,
Yeah.
still no
It,
President's Trophy.
at least I could sleep well knowing that even if I did win, I would have still been the seventh seed. Or maybe I would have. No, I think I would have taken six actually. But regardless, I would have played you or fan club, and both
And
rounds I lost to. So
yeah, so yeah, I mean, let's do like NFL team comparisons for these. I mean, obviously Finnegans are probably like the Chiefs with all the championships they've won recently.
I'd say like LES, low key, they're kind of like the 2016 Panthers.
That is true. I mean,
Come out with like one elite year after like being like poverty for the past like however many years.
that is true. Yeah.
I'd say like something like
Then
that.
fan club, I don't know, they're 14-4 this season. Who would I compare him to?
It would be like he'd be like an Aaron Rodgers Packers team, like elite all year, and then playoff time comes and they end up blowing it.
Yeah, that's
Cowboys
actually a
or like
really
low-key
good
Cowboys
comparison.
or like Cowboys or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say the Packers because I mean,
Yeah,
they'll get to the conference finals and they'll always falter.
just blow it. I'm trying to
The
see. Let me
Butt
see like
Pirates, who would
oh,
they be?
consistently good. Like Eagles, like low-key Eagles. I feel like they don't always
Hmm,
win it. They don't always win it, but like they're always
maybe the
really
Ravens.
yeah. Ravens too. Ravens. Yeah, look, no, but like
They
Ravens never
won't.
won anything though.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Yeah, the Eagles then probably.
I was like thinking Eagles just because like they don't always win it, but when they like they're always elite, except for like that one year.
Yup. But yeah, then the Laheni is like honestly,
Like
hmm.
what would be like a like Loki that they could be like kind of Ravens esque.
They went 11
But
and
like
7 this
yeah,
year.
they weren't asking. Maybe like I mean like what's like a good comparison for them? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this year the Broncos probably.
Yeah, probably yeah. This year Broncos like new came out onto the scene was good, but like they weren't a serious threat.
Yeah.
What
Scotty's
were the Bombers?
Hotties was
Yeah.
just
Oh, Scotties.
let's do Scotty's. I mean, let's just say like they're the Bucks of
It,
like
yeah, it was like
last
Bucks. Like
year,
I
like
was gonna say like Bucks, like NFC South type of team. Like
yeah, and then oh no,
scrapes their way into
actually
the playoffs.
South Barry with the 8-9-1 record, with the under 500 record.
Yeah, no, they're the Bucks. They're the Bucks.
Then Bombers,
They're tough. If we're going like history wise, like always in the playoffs, but like never like had like one like championship run. Like I mean,
40.
I was
Well, 49ers have the most like this, but the tied for the most Super
yeah, it could
Bowls
be
or
Niners, but like they have a
oh
lot of
no,
Super
one
Bowls.
less.
Yeah, I mean like recent years Niners I could see
Yeah,
like
recent years Niners.
from like 2020 to like to now.
Yeah, and
Like
that's all
always a
the
great team, can make the finals but never wins.
yeah, and that's all for the playoffs. But time to
Yeah,
wrap things up around here. I mean, this
but
was Rep Talk episode 6. We talked about the fantasy championship and just NBA in general and who was good in fantasy and who was not. And then we did our comparisons. But signing off, this is Aiden McLaughlin. Peace.
peace.